Hello, my name is Hari, and today I'm gonna explain about this. This code, the first three lines here, I wrote import time, import random, and import sys. I will explain what these does after I explain the rest. So first, I wrote this thing, name equals input. Before we start, what is your name? This makes here, this line right here. The the input syntax makes you able to write anything here and the name equals this thing, and while length of name is 0, it will keep continuing. So as long as I don't type anything, it will keep saying before we start what's your name. I have to actually write my name before it can actually start. Now I wrote here also that health equals 50, damage is zero point 0.5, that's the starting one, inventory is empty, gold is 0, and essence is 0. So it will start by saying, welcome Hari, to the quest for the Java crown. Time.sleep is 2. Now, import time is the one that can make this thing happen. With If I wrote time.sleep is 2, then without the import time, then it wouldn't happen. This thing practically makes it so that there's a 2-second delay in every single thing. Now, let me show you this. Uh, what's your name? I'll write Hari. And see this? There is a 2-second delay before any of these show up. Now, the reason these show up is because I wrote the print statement. Within the print statement, you can actually write anything you like. So if you keep going down, I wrote a bunch of text here, and then here, encounter one. Now, encounter one and name is a variable. A variable can be anything, but to make it simple here, I wrote it encounter one. Now, while encounter one not in open it, open, ignore it, ignore. So if the answer to this input is not open it, open, ignore it, or ignore, then it will keep going. If I say um, buka, like in Bahasa, it will still not work. Now, while is not like the actual meaning while. While is actually a loop. This everything here is a loop. So this loop will keep going until I break the loop by saying open or ignore it or ignore. Here, I said and here it says you found a knife. You now have found a knife. If I encounter one in open it or open, this is what's gonna happen. There is gonna be a choice with random is 0 and 9. If choice is smaller than 3, you have tried to open it, losing but the chest exploded, losing you 8 hearts. This pretty much means that you have a 60% chance of getting the knife, as you can see here, but you have a 40% chance of the thing exploding and minusing 8 health. Now, this minus equals does mean minus 8 health. The reason it's minus equals is just a short way. I can write health equals health minus 8, but this is just a faster way. Now, else is an alternative option. If the if statement is not achieved, then the else statement will happen. You have found a knife, inventory append knife. Inventory.append knife pretty much brings this knife into my inventory, making it possible to see it in my inventory. Now, previously, this inventory is empty, but now it's gonna have a knife in it. Now, if ignore it, yeah, I've continued the box and moved on. Now, another else is invalid input. Please enter the following choice, open it or ignore it. Now, elif, I forgot to mention, is pretty much sort of else or if. So it's another version of if. If is if something happens, then that should other happen. Else is if the if is not happening, then this thing should happen. While elif is another version of if pretty much. Um, Now this is a bunch of more text here around here and is encounter two. It's pretty much the same exact format, but oh, I forgot to mention that there's this lower here, dot lower dot. What this does is pretty much, as you can see here, I can make this in all caps or all small. It will translate it to all lowercase. So I can just write it and in weird format, it will still be able to see. Now you chose the second path at work and you got a cramp and lost 10 health. Very much sad. Now this is another chance, and I have a 60% chance of getting this cramp. And if I don't get this cramp, I have another 40% chance that I found a hidden treasure room and I gained a peculiar sword. Health plus equals 0, it means I don't gain anything, and but instead I gain a pearl sword. Inventory dot append pearl sword. It's pretty much the same technique as the knife previously. Gold plus equals 5, it means I increased my gold into 5. Print, you have found gold sword. Print gold. If encounter 2 is first pass or the first pass or the first, then there is a 1 in 1909, which is about like zero point 0.2 or zero point 0.3 if I'm not mistaken, but it's just a pretty much really rare chance. I made this because I thought, well, then why not? Why shouldn't I make this? I feel like it's a cool way and weird Easter egg, and if somebody finds this, it'll be funny. You chose the first path and met God. He entrusted you with this sword, pretty much. Health plus equals 0. Damage, inventory dot pen equals God's sword. Damage equals 99999. It pretty much means you have infinite damage now. Otherwise, if you didn't get the 0.05% chance, then you will get 10 hearts after you find some food to eat. You continue on your tourist journey, and then you find yes or no. This is pretty much the same thing. With the chance 0 and 1 is a 50% chance, and pretty much yeah, I'll say yes here. Now, incoming damage will be reduced by 10. This is what EHP means: enemy HP. Enemy HP is 10, enemy damage equals 3, and enemy damage times equals 1 minus 0.1. This is the effect of the armor. It pretty much reduces the 10%. 1 minus 0.1 is pretty much 10% in the language of coding. Else is if it's not if, then you decided not to use armor and you lost 15 hearts. You decide, yeah, okay, if God's sword in inventory, then your damage will be a lot, pretty much infinite. If your pearl sword is in inventory, your damage will be 5, and you have equipped the sword. If knife is in inventory, damage will be 3. Now, another bunch of statements, you have seen that. Inventory, it shows pretty much my inventory, as you can see in this part here. Inventory equals knife and armor. Gold is my golds. I have 0 gold at this current moment. Essence is essence, and that's 0, and my current damage is 3. So HP equals health. Beast 1 is snake. You walk out of the temple and go to the forest. You encountered Beast 1. Now, this is my favorite part. It is a battle feature. Now, if F, this pretty much this thing, this F in the beginning, is a faster way to make variables into a print statement. You can put variables into a print statement normally, but it will take a bunch of um, the beginning quotes like these, and it will be very annoying. The F is just a simpler and much faster way to do it. Now, my HP is HP, my damage is damage, and if battle equals true. Now, while again it's a loop, while battle print nothing, what will you do? Print nothing here pretty much gives a line spacing here. As you can see, this line spacing. Attack or run. Now, if I say attack here, as you can see here, if action 1 equals attack, EHP minus damage, HP minus enemy damage. See, now snake HP is 7, my HP is 37. The beast one is now this HP, this much. Your HP is HP. If EHP is smaller or equals to 0, then battle equals false, meaning battle has ended. If battle has ended, the while loop has ended and it will stop. Print nothing, you have slain the beast one. Choice, you can either gain one essence, do you want to use it or not? Yes or no. If you do choose to do it, your health and damage are now increased by 3%. Now, this times and equals is pretty much health times 33%, damage times 3%. If the choice is no, you have gained 2 gold. Gold plus 2. Now, if I say run, battle equals false, and I'll say you have run away from the beast one. As you're running, you tripped a rock, and say health equals minus 50. SYS.exit. Now, this is what I used the SYS before, import SYS. This pretty much stops the code entirely. So if I say run right now, it will show this and process finished with exit code 0. Now, else if I don't put attack or run, it will say invalid input. Please do the same thing. If my HP is 0, it will say you have died. Better luck next time. Your name. Now, sys dot exit again. You realize your oops, I have typo here. You realize your strength, and now that you have been underestimating yourself, you see some rattling in the bushes and some more delay. You try to check it out, but the rabbit is being aggressive, so you can see there's a rabbit there. You then realize there's a rare species of rabbit, the white Taneo rabbito, also known as the killer rabbit. It does a lot of damage, and blah blah blah. While Encounter 4 is not in, it's pretty much the same thing, and it's the same kind of battle again, except this one apparently has more damage. Now, after you finish this, or you say you run, you for very more bored right now. You try to many ways to entertain yourself, but nothing works. Encounter, it's the same thing. You want to go to wilderness, and each of these is pretty much the same thing, bold, but this one is slightly different since I wrote boars needed is 1, boars killed is 0. So I need 1 boar, and if boars killed is bigger than boars needed, or I mean smaller, boars HP, the battle will start. So this is the battle. It's the same thing as before. It's the same strategy. And after a while, it's another encounter. You have encountered the same thing. And Nagabasuki. Nagabasuki is pretty much an ancient dragon, a water dragon, according to Javanese mythology. Yeah, it's pretty much that. Invalid input, tell Naga or don't tell. You told Naga about the people around. Yeah, this is a bunch of more dialogue. And you were caught up in the mess and died. That is if you do accept the bribe. See, there's two choices here. Tell Naga or accept the bribe. Now, if I do tell Naga, then I will die, which is quite sad. If I do say accept the bribe, and you have accepted the starving dragon is now able to eat, he was pleased by your loyalty and give more thing. Health times equals 1.15. Pretty much means it's a 15% increase on your health and damage. You continue on your journey with renewed strength. Years and years go to desire, day after day, you complete desire. One day, Nagabasuki called you into his room. Well, you have been loyal to me ever since the beginning. Yeah, more typos here. Um, yeah, your name, as in this thing, Hari. Though I'm not sure you're ready to take my throne, enraged by this, you're thinking of betraying him. Uh, yeah, creaking a crown for yourself. Stay. You can either stay loyal or betray him. As you can see here. Well, ending one. This is ending one. Is gonna be the final variable that I'm gonna use. Another year has passed. Nagatsuki has think if you keep staying loyal, then you'll eventually win the game with the good ending. If you try to betray him, you will still win, but with the bad ending. Invalid input, stay loyal, or betray him. So yeah, this is pretty much my code, and thank you for listening.